Alright. Hey there everyone, my name is Kit and welcome back to Pokemon Violet. Alright, so Nurse Joy told me to go to the fighting what's it called? Thing. Team Star base. And that's what we're gonna do today, is just do all the Team Star things. And actually we should probably go ahead and knock this out first. Since you know, the crash. Anyways, let's see, this is poison. This is fighting. And this is berry. Okay. Both of them, all of them, I can't really tell which one's like, probably this one is the weakest, if I'm being honest. Alright. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. I kind of forgot to do it. I was supposed to do it off screen, but I guess we're gonna see Giant Wiggler again, at least. Yeah. Oh yeah, I wanted to do something first before we do anything else. All right, so check this out, right? Apparently there was a new glitch found, and I kind of want to see if it works. All right, so this is my regular controller, and then my left is a regular plug-in controller. Let's see if this works. Please do not crash. Please do not crash. Please do not crash. Yes. Crap. Where are the USB things? They're on the other side. God dang it. Okay. Easy now. Switch is like right in front of me. Ah, jeez. There we go. Maybe. Put it in the right way. There we go. Alright, let's see if this works. Alright. Regular controller? Maybe it doesn't work for this one. Maybe I have to press a button first. Wake it up. I guess it doesn't. I saw somebody made like a glitch where like if you plug in two controllers or a second controller, it'll like make you go faster, but I guess not. That sucks, but it's okay. Alright, go ahead and unplug that just in case if the game crashes. Isn't that already a red flag? Being scared that the game's gonna crash? Yeah. Anyways, onwards. Turbo boost our way over there. Or does it have to be on like on Maridon? I don't know. Looks like we have to go through a cave in order to do this. But we don't have to. Okay. That's a long chasm to climb over. Good thing Maridon has infinity stamina. This ain't Breath of the Wild. This ain't your ordinary Breath of the Wild. Let him go. Crap. I didn't mark it, did I? That's why we're going. That's why we're going all the way out. I tried dashing first. Make ourselves go faster. There's an Aeroscudo somewhere around here. And a Droopion. And Droopy, whatever the heck those things are called. Oh, we're losing altitude. I still find it so dumb that that's a thing. Woo! Do you see that? Frame perfect. Alright, where are we going? This way. I could have fallen in the sea, but I didn't. Because I'm a little too good. I'm too good at falling. I'm so used to falling that I can fall in a good spot. I know where to fall. Yep. By the way, I was right. Beating the gym leaders unlocked more better things on the raid battles. Only problem is they were a little too good and I couldn't beat a lot of them. There was one in particular, what's his face? Where it was like a cryogonal or something. And I tried to, and I tried setting up and all that, but that thing kept using haze. So all of the debuffs I gave him just kind of kept going away. Yeah. Wait, who do I have up in front? This looks like a Mario character. Kind of, right? And Thworm. Oh, I have nobody up in front. Also, the Mankey grew up. Yeah. Ah, loser. I'm a ghost type, did you know? I didn't. Punch. I like when this thing punches, it's funny. Alright, I'm gonna actually go ahead and start saving on when it comes to... God dang it. When it comes to this. And if I end up losing the footage, well, boo frickin' who. I shouldn't be scared to like turn the game on and hope that it doesn't crash. I'm just saying, man. Game Freak, you're making me lose faith in you. Your all-time follower since 1996. Literally since I was born. Jesus Christ, I'm old. I remember when the walls were all yellow. Everything had carpet. For some reason, walls from the waist down had like wood. Yeah. The 90s were weird. Not as weird as the 80s, but still. I may have grown up in the 90s, but 80s, what's it called? Like, movies and TV is what I ended up watching a lot. Anybody else remember that weird, like, Hulk TV show? Dr. David Banner, physician, scientist, searching for a way to tap into the hidden strengths that all humans have. Then an accidental overdose of gamma radiation altered his body chemistry. And now when David Banner goes angry or outraged, a startling metamorphosis occurs. Oh, thanks to my crocodile and his bird. I wonder if the Pokédex says anything about that little firebird that he has. I wonder, when it comes to like birds and crocodiles, they kind of go hand in hand, really. Because like, crocodiles would open their mouths in order to like catch prey, right? And birds would just go right over and just kind of eat the scraps off the crocodile's teeth, just kind of cleaning them, and the crocodile lets them. Unfortunately, when it comes to like you know, hunting, if a bird touches the crocodile's tongue, it'll close its mouth, eating the bird and whatever else it catches. The wild is wild, man. I know there's like I know there's like even birds or something, or lizards, I think it was. No, it was spiders. There's like or was it frogs? It's either spiders or frogs. But spiders have like pet frogs in the wild. Or maybe it's frogs that have pet spiders. I don't know, it's something like that. But yeah, like there's actual alliances in nature. It's amazing to me. Evolution, my guy. I mean, heck, the capuchin monkey is already using like tools. Not to mention, you know, orangutans have been observed to use tools since who knows how long. I love orangutans. Any kind of monkey, really, but orangutans, though. I had a weird dream back when I was a kid about a what was it, orangutan called Pacharo. That's where I got the name Pacharo from. I mentioned it like once before, and now you know the origin. Pacharo is the name of an orangutan I saw in a dream. Speaking of dreams, though, I remember this really weird dream where I was exploring some kind of like weird haunted mansion or something, and then I went to the back and I saw some kind of weird like ape war or something, and eventually one of the orangutans got shot, and one of the gorillas noticed it, and he was like, "Oh, are you okay? Speak to me." And the orangutan, this mad lad, she just goes like, "Shine bright like a diamond." Like she actually starts singing Rihanna's "Shine Bright Like a Diamond." It wasn't even her singing. It was the actual song. "Whoa, are you okay? Speak to me. Shine bright like a diamond." And the music playing as well. That's all I remember from that dream, unfortunately. I wanted to know if I wanted to know if the orangutan is okay. Pokeball. Is it the Pokeball though? Oh, jeez. I had a lot of weird dreams, man. A lot of them focused on me going to hell, unfortunately. Yeah, I was like ultra religious back when I was a kid. Which is why religious stuff nowadays scare me. Not to mention that I kind of stay away from it as well. And do I know I'm going to hell? Probably. Do I know I'm going to heaven? Probably. You there? Do you know if there's a God? I don't know. You there? Do you want this apple? I don't know. Hey, do you want this Dr. Pepper? I don't know. See? All agnostic. We're all agnostic. And we all drink Dr. Pepper. Cause is it root beer? Is it Coke? We don't know. that freaking episode of South Park, I swear. Yeah. Mamo. Something big is happening, but I can't tell because I'm like speed running apparently. I wonder why. On the last episode of Dragon Ball P. You know, I did mention some time ago that I said that I really hate it when people just do funny faces, because like funny faces equals funny, right? That's not entirely true. Yes, I really do hate it when it's just like funny faces for the sake of funny faces, but when it's done right, it's actually pretty good. Like in Dragon Ball P, some of it works, some of it doesn't. Like when Frieza shows up for the first time and like pans up and all you see is like a funny face, and that caught me off guard, and that was funny. But when Vegeta goes yes, and then he does a funny face like for a split second, that's just straight up dumb. When another good instance was when freaking Vegeta like teleports towards Frieza like in a really weird ragdoll manner. That was really funny. I love you, banana. Prepare to die. That's another good one. Prepare to die. By the way, is Demicky a real phrase? I have no idea. By the way, I ate a sandwich before this. That's why I have so much energy. I'm telling you, this game is making me like super hungry. Anyways, onwards. Where are we going? We got two options here. Should we go for poison or fighting? Where is the poison one? Well, Nurse Joy said fighting, so let's take her advice and up, and actually go fighting. See what happens. Over there, huh? You got it. But yeah, is like Demicky a real phrase? I've always wondered that. How does it go again? On the last episode of Dragon Ball P, Virginia acted Demicky. So now Kuko and Kirk Christian Stewart must fight. Another one that's just straight up dumb when it comes to like faces just being faces, right? Was when Krillin says we're really in for it now, Gohan, and Gohan like just turns around and makes a funny face. And then Vegeta makes a funny face. And then Krillin makes a funny face. That one was just straight up dumb. Until the last Gohan one, where he just goes, yeah. Wow, a lot of scenery that we're not really watching because we ended up getting all the upgrades sooner than later. Because this game doesn't really have all that much, what's it called? Linearity. Who'd have thought that was a bad idea? What is that? Oh, it's a Corviknight. Oh, look at that, Noivern too. I better mark this in a Camerupt. I need to mark this place. Can we actually just sneak in? No. Oh, what's going on? Is this supposed to happen? Back up, kid. You can't just casually waltz in here like you're one of us stars that run the joint. If you want in, ring the bell over by the entrance and storm the base like a decent person. Okay. Now we know what happens when you accidentally go in them. Okay, it's a fungus among us. And I had a crawl. You're pretty skilled. Not many trainers can shrug off my Pokemon's attacks like that. Same to you, Eri, was it? Pokemon have clearly spent a lot of time honing their moves, but I'm surprised to find the boss herself out here defending the gates. Don't you trust your grunts enough to put them on guard duty? Watch your mouth. I'm here because I don't want to risk anyone else getting hurt, that's all. What a benevolent boss. Now, if you want to get on with our battle, I'm already on my side. Say something, get closer. Just get a closer look, see what happens. Where are you? Who are you supposed to be? There you are. I started talking to this girl since she looked like she was with Team Star. Then she and her Pokemon came at me without warning. We were just battling it out. Riri, I knew you'd be out here. Hello. Carmen, San Diego. Are you okay? You're not hurt, are you? I'm fine, honestly. Now get away from here. It's not safe. I'll take over guarding the base, Riri. You should get back inside. No, I won't back down. I can't. Oh, Riri, you need to stop this. You know who she kind of reminds me of? That one girl from, what is it called again? Hack? Like that anime Hack about like an online game. She kind of reminds me of like that weird beast woman. Until the big boss comes back, I have to protect all of you in the Cap Squad and everyone else in Team Star too. That's why you should get back to the base and rest up, even just for a little bit. As the boss of the squad, I can't just do that. Riri, please, I'm your friend. Listen to what I'm saying. Fine, I'll go. I'm sorry, Carmen. Hey, that's no way to sign off. Let me hear you Hasta la Vista from you, nice and loud. Hasta la Vista. Riri's the bad guy? I'm your opponent now, you two. Come on, I'll take you both down. Hey, my Pokemon and I are actually running on empty after the last battle. Sorry to spring this on you, but do you think you can handle this grunt alone? It's just a grunt. Thanks, I'll be cheering you on from the sidelines. I'll protect Riri with everything I have. You ready to battle? I'm ready, hold on. And here I come. Battle! Team Star. Oh boy, I hope I don't see her brother Junie. This thing is a fighting type, right? I always think it's a water type, but it's actually a fighting type. It's a poison fighting type. And Primate. Primeval. My Primate isn't super powerful yet. But it will be soon, I hope. Do it again. This thing just knows outrage? And Penelope Cruz, get in there. Oh, holy crap, this Primeape is level 55. Freaking Nurse Joy lied to us again. See, this is why I have trust issues. Whoa, dude. I lost, but my defeat's not the one that matters. Even if all I did was buy Riri a bit of time, that's fine. My job here is done, so I head back inside. Hasta la vista. I got scared. They get a defeated guard in front of. Yep. That base is run by Team Star's fighting crew, the Cat Squad. Their boss Erie is a skilled wrestler and coaches the whole of Team Star in Pokemon battling. Of all the bosses, she'll likely be the most alert to hostilities after our declaration of war. She might try to stop this raid in its tracks by challenging you to battle before anyone else. You're spot on. We already met. I knew it. Tell me what happened. I understand everything you said. She retreated. We're talking about the same Erie, right? Well, it seems there's nothing for it now, but to attack the base head on. Ring the bell on the gates. Once you're ready, kick off this phase of operation. Time to wipe the Cat Squad off the map. Freaking there's... God dang, that is like very low quality. What the crap? That is like ultra blurry. And so is that. Okay. Oh, look, they're sleeping. Oops. Is that a Bisharp? No, it's a bug. Is it? That is a big bug. Big bamboo shoot. Bamboo boogie boots. Is that a Bisharp? That is a Bisharp. Dude, this place is dangerous. Nurse Joy, you big liar. By the way, Hyde is like really good at raid battles. He like never dies. Alright, let's go to the poison one. Where's the poison one? There he is. And I'm guessing after this one, we're going to the thing, the fairy one. None of us really have. Wait, psychic. Oh, what do you know? A second song. I wasn't expecting this. Oh, look at that! There's these things. Can you find orangurus here too? Yeah, my brother grew up with those things. I can't. I don't know what their names are. There's the boys. What do you know? The overworld does have multiple music. Would have thought it was just one other one. I'm sorry. I'm a critic. I gotta do my critics as harsh as possible. Also, I'd like to, you know, say things as they are. I'm a guy on YouTube. My job is to make people play whatever it is that I play. Oh, look at that one. That one's huge. How big is mine, I wonder? Mudsteo. Are you shiny? No, the shiny version of you is black. That's right. It looks really cool. Wow, Mudsteo looks so cool. Look at that. That looks so cool. I want to ride it. I really like the idea of riding a Mudsteo. And then Sun and Moon kind of like ruined it. I mean, you can still ride, what's it called, Mudstale in Sun and Moon. It's just that, or whenever you want in Sun. What the crap? This is a really sharp peak. Anyways, that way. Onwards. I didn't get enough momentum. But yeah, you can still ride a Mudstale whenever you want in Sun and Moon and all. It's just the same speed as your running speed. Or is it slower, actually? Momentum. Welcome to Poison Gloop Swamp. Do you hear the frogs? All I have to do is say Bubble Gloop Swamp, and you can only hear the frogs. There's so many pigs in. What's going on here? Why the? That must be the gimmick of Team Star, maybe. But yeah, there's a lot of pigs in this place. What is that? What is that? Oh, that's that imp. This place must never run out of ham. Do me a favor and go home already, will you? No, I want to see the boss of the Navi squad. Take me to Don Atticus. Like I said, kid, the boss told me not to let any outsiders pass these gates. That includes you. I don't care. I'm not leaving until you let me talk to Don Atticus. Give me a break, you little doofus. People over there seem to be arguing about something. What do you want to do? Go say hello. Get a little closer. Huh? Oh great, here comes another rando to ruin my day. Didn't think grunt work for Team Star newbies would be this much of a chore. Hold on, Mr. Grunt. I think this boy might be Kitt. Wait, Kitt? The kid who picked a fight with Team Star? Yep, that's me. Prepare to be raided. I knew it. Oh boy, this ain't good. Everyone else in the base is still asleep since we were all last night playing video games. I didn't misread that, right? Up was missing. We were all up last night. Or I don't know. Okay. Leave him to me, Mr. Grunt. I'll buy some time for you to wake up the others. Whose side are you on? Yeah. What's in it for you? Don Atticus will be in danger if no one's here to defend the base. I owe that man my life. He's my dear compadre. And this crisis calls. One has no choice but to rally to those dear to him. no matter the cost. Yeah, I have no idea what you're on about, kid, but thanks for the big assist. And then he goes. Alright, you villain, if you're after Don Atticus, be prepared to face my wrath. Bring it on! Yeah. Yusuf. Gulpen. I forgot to switch my mons. Level 30? You know, if you think about it, a Gulpen might actually be a good weapon. Strudel. I talk big, but I'm no warrior. Don Atticus, I'm sorry I failed you. Kid, are you alright? I was standing watch when I heard a ruckus all of a sudden. I got worried that maybe something had happened to you over here. Ah, no fair. You had backup this whole time? Is this boy one of the academy students? He doesn't look like he's from Team Star. You're right, I'm not a member of Team Star, but Don Atticus is my compadre. I have to see him no matter what. Maybe I should give him a stereotypical little Mexican boy voice. You know the kind, right? The one that every single Disney gives them. Well, clearly you have your reasons for being here. Kit, I'd like to ask this boy some questions. You go ahead and get started on that base. Might I borrow you for a chat, my man? Don't worry, I won't bite. Yeah, I sure hope you don't. Nice work dealing with the guard. Within the base lies Team Star's poison crew, the Navi Squad. Their boss, Atticus, designs the outfits for the team. You could say he has clever hands. The guy also a bit of an eccentric. You can never tell what he's going to do next. So it's beyond us to predict how he'll respond to our declaration of war. Just take out as many squad Pokemon as you can until Atticus shows his face. Ring the bell in the gate, and once you're ready to kick off this phase of the... I don't have my phone. I heard my phone go off, but it... Up. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not kidding when I say that my life is busy, so whenever I hear a notification, I have to look at it. Okay. Alright. Go ahead and put you up in front. I don't really have anything for poison types, do I? Mankey could probably do some damage, but... You know. Ostrich just kind of shows up. Seems the folks behind Operation Starfool are finally making a move against our base. You know what that means, gang. Time for us to shine bright and avenge our teammates. And hey, little intruder, just so you know, if you've got the skill to defeat 30 of our Pokemon in 10 minutes, my boss might deem you worthy to meet up in person. Break a leg. I wonder if this ostrich is fast. Go get him! Oh dang, she is kind of fast. Strudel. She is fast, holy crap. Oh, her speed staff is off the charts. It's at 100 already. I'm still really curious if any of these are like can be shiny or if they're like shiny locked. Sounds like a siren. They call him Siren Head. My ostrich craves blood. What is that? What is that? Yeah, what is that? Varoom? Are you telling me that the cars they ride are Pokemon? Dang, really? Just one more? A fungus. Among Us. He's way above our level. We've got to get the boss. Yeah? Atticus. And then we died. Yeah? Holy crap, this one's taking a little longer than usual. Pray forgive my sudden entry, 'tis I, Atticus. You're a scoundrel, Kitt, I take it. You have some nerve bearing your fangs at Team Star. Come then, villainous wretch. A plunge into a grim poison shall be your well-deserved fate. On guard. Good God, this guy talks like me when I was in high school. And now for an overly long cutscene. Maybe it's because normally when I turn this off at night, I like turn it all the way off because yeah. Mostly it's because I'm scared it might be like what's it called? Freaking not but punishment awaits thee. Trudge of plague of your house on your house. But I kind of get like what is that? How are you faster than me? Certain moves can poison with the merge gauge. Tremble scoundrel for thy Pokemon's sake. Ah, crap, that's right, that thing's a dark type. I don't have anything for... Yeah, I do. Wait, no, it's neutral against bugs. Primate, you think you can do it? Yeah, Penelope literally can't use it. Or can't hit it. God, what am I thinking of? Oh, Monster Hunter Stories. I literally get like Monster Hunter Story vibes. Where, remember when there was like a infinite loading screen? I don't know why, but seeing how spiky, what's it called? Primeape is, it's very aesthetic. I kind of want to like rub it with my fingers, just kind of like pet him. Look at him. I want to pet this thing. Compared to the weird tryptophobic thing that the freaking what's his face is. Oh wait, Muck? I had to make sure. I didn't know I was gonna do the thing. Alright, you did your best. What level is this Muck? $32? use this. If only I learned Baton Pass, that would be freaking cool. And now for the main event, I think. Send out Reveroom. Which I'm guessing is this thing. So Reveroom is an actual Pokemon? Plot twist. Penelope von Schwitz, get in there. I guess it is. Bet this thing is a steel type. Wasn't expecting this to be a poison type. Your head is no match for this thing's feathers, or whatever the heck these are. You think to give me a taste of my own medicine? Fee, I will fight. Okay. Navi Starmobile. Oh, dang. Flame charge. Holy crap, that did nothing. You can never... Speed boost. You can never... What's it called? You can never outspeed the ostrich. Literally. Yeah, Team Ostrich for the win. Forgive me, my friends. About a year and a half ago, some trauma dump happened. Forgive me, I took a good time to carry Cheerios. Oh, sick! Those boots are insane. Ah, yes, the move flame charge was my muse for those particular. Wait, you made those boots? You some kind of idiot? Yeah, they look cool, but they're a little too baggy. Imagine when it rains. This outfit is everything I imagined it would be. Thank you so much. I merely wish to create a costume worthy of a great infernal Eerie. It aligns with your vision. Then I am content. Seems our outfit upgrades are all wrapped up then. Thanks a ton, Atticus. With you two looking like absolute beasts, anyone who crosses us will be sweating bullets. You're so good at these sorts of crafty things, Atticus. Those people bullying you because you geeked out over old-fashioned stuff are out of your mind. Out of their mind. The way of the ninja is rough and fraught with thorns. I neither expect nor desire sympathy from the unrefined rabble. Ooh, someone's getting fired up. Watch out, world. Our Atticus has fighting words. Yeah, don't listen to the haters, Atticus. I think you're really cool. Alright, gang. Let's move on to the next step. It's time to put our backs into our battling training, so we're all prepped for Operation Star. We gotta be stronger than everyone else in the team. That's what being a boss means. Indeed, it does. Henceforth, I will devote myself heart and soul to honing my battle skills. For the sake of the team, I would give my very heart and soul, but I cannot defy the rules. Our code must be obeyed. And so this badge is mine to keep no more. I entrust it to thy care. Ninja. Take this contraption too. It contains a technique that allows one to cover their frozen gunk. Kitt, thy name is. It is not? Is it not? You have utterly bested me, but thy victory stirred no bitterness within me. Such was its brilliance. Don Atticus, my compadre. It seems this little fella has been dying to speak with you face to face. Don Atticus, please hear Hear what I have to say. I only need a moment. Whenever I brought you all the way here, I came to help you. If you don't start going to class again, you'll be expelled from the academy, right? When the other kids at school and I were getting bullied real bad, you and the rest of Team Star saved us. Thanks to that operation you carried out, we were all able to go to school again. If you got expelled for being the good guys, that'd be the worst thing ever. Forgive me. Haven't heard anything from the big boss. Nay, we've heard not a whisper since that fateful day. Without the big boss, Team Star cannot carry on. And without the team, the bright and merry student life we seek lies beyond our reach. We've no choice but to defend our bases until the big boss returns. You evidently trust the big boss of yours a great deal. Who exactly are they? In truth, no one of us has met them in the flesh. By their own word, they are a recluse, as with the rest of us. Twit team bullying was to blame. It's awful. Though their name and face be unknown to us, they are nonetheless our precious comrade. Our only choice is to maintain our vigils from the bases, awaiting the date of their return. So that's why you don't go to school. But still, don't ever think that Team Star is all you have, Don Atticus. You've got a lifelong compadre in me, and don't forget it. My compadre? I owe you a great debt. It seems we were one step closer to the truth behind Team Star's truancy and the bullying at the academy. But more importantly, I can't believe I had no idea about these issues the students are struggling with. They have friendship they hold dear and reasons for acting as they do. I just couldn't see it. It's shameful how oblivious I believe Team Star to be the one and only treasure in my life. Methinks I may have been mistaken. Yeesh, this is basically my elementary school. I remember I used to get like super bullied because I play Pokemon, and I eventually had to like join a game just so they can stop. Yeah, in elementary school. Kid, it's me. Etiquette Star Badge is now yours then. I see. Now that its boss has been taken down, the Navi squad's days are numbered. Now, Atticus too. Sorry, I got a lot on my mind right now. It's Operation Starfall. You've taken down all but 2 bases, so it's fair to say it's going well. This seems like a good time to let you know that we're ultimately aiming to achieve. Our final goal is to defeat the mastermind that first recruited the 5 squad bosses and created Team Star, the one they called the Big Boss. What's this person like? Who knows? They control the 5 squad bosses from the shadows. That's all anyone can say. If we defeat this person and get them to declare the team disbanded, that'll be it for Team Star. Since the Big Boss never set up their own base and keeps their identity hidden, I take it they're not one for the spotlight. But once all the squad bosses are out of action, the Big Boss will finally have to take the stage. Now, about your reward, I'll transfer some LP over to your phone as promised. Money. Have your Pokemon learn strong moves so that they can continue to be used to the operation. My supply unit rep should be with you soon. Hey there, kid. That sounded like a pretty serious phone call. Hey, guy. Yeah, I wasn't talking to you. And then she died. Yeah. Freaking nerd. Just want to push you to the ground and shove cake in your face. For being a nerd. Oh, he's asleep. So that mastermind you were talking about, Cassio, mentioned them to me, too. Team Star's founder, the person who caused all kinds of misery at the academy. If you don't take them down, I'll lose what I treasure most in the world. What do you mean? Oh, no, I just... that's right. You need your reward. Here, take it before I forget. Materials. Alright, we'll be off then. Oh, and Kit, don't lose to those guys. Sparks confidence, doesn't she? Alright. Let's see. Like this. Where's the fairy guy? There he is. There we go. Onwards. Imagine if this was a horse. What would you say to somebody who just climbs with their horse like this? Can you imagine? Like, not even like a mount, a horse, just a straight up horse. Oh yeah, I should probably save before anything bad happens. See, this is why I like Ayla Mouse better, because I can like make up backup saves. Just in case of like I lose the footage and all that. What is that thing? It's the bug. I wonder if the bug has like two different forms. Because the Pokédex says that it can't stay in like its springy form forever. I would climb this, but it looks like it might be a little too tall for him. Dawnstone. Wait, is it a shiny stone or a Dawnstone that I need to get a Gallade? I can't remember. I really should stop asking questions. Oh look, there they are. First we get mine carts, now we get these things. Anyways, I should really stop asking questions a lot. Like nobody's gonna see this until like maybe 6 days from now. You never know. Unless of course I like rapid fire upload. That'd be fun. You know, speaking of which, somebody like said that it might be better for me to upload shorter videos. Would that actually be like, you know, better? I don't know. I have thought about it, but I don't know. I like making long videos cause it's like, you know, it's just gonna be background noise, right? Oh boy, yeah. Ghost. That's a little too spooky. I don't wanna go over there. You know what I could do? I can make it so that what is it called? I can make it so that I record for a very long time, but split the video up in like what, half an hour videos or something? Maybe? Like not just cut them in like random segments, right? But like what's that? Oh, it's the dogs. But like actually give them a proper ending and all that. Yeah. Look at my dragon. My dragon's amazing. Give it a lick. It tastes just like grapes. By the stroke of its manes, it turns into an airplane. This grape dragon really looks kind of tasty though, if I'm being honest. Grape flavor is like my favorite flavor when it comes to like candy. Not just because it's purple, but because I actually like it. Specifically candy too, because like for some reason nothing else can get grape just right. Grape soda, eh. Grape popsicle, not really. But only candy tastes good when it's like with grape. Especially frickin' medicine. Medicine can never get flavors right, especially when it comes to cherry. Nobody likes cherry flavored medicine. Literally nobody. Cherry flavored medicine is the worst. Grape is like at least somewhat manageable. Oh hey, it's that thing. Oh yeah, look, the little bulbs. I guess that's what they turn into. Got some flowers. Hey, Kit. Operation Starfall is going well, wouldn't you say? Only 2 bosses left now. This whole experience has been eye-opening, to say the least. I'm glad I could take part. But I'm curious, what do you think of Cassio? They can't be trusted. They're doing the right thing. They're a bag of riddles. I don't really know. They're a bag of riddles. That's so. Personally, I don't think Cassio feels any hate or resentment towards Team Star. There must be some other reason behind Operation Starfall. But what could it be? Well, I'd best get back to keeping watch. Call for me if you decide to take on the base, okay? I will, maybe. Depends, if I remember. I will return later when it's time for the young master's piano lesson. Until then, please give him my regards. Yes, Mr. Harrington. Hmm? And who might you be, young man? A friend of the young master, perhaps? Young master? Not sure. I see. Since you seem unaware, I must inform you that this is the base of Team Star's ferry crew. The Rukba squad, led by young Master Ortega. Mr. Harrington, I don't think we're supposed to be giving out that information. No, then please accept my apologies. Do you have any idea as to who this young man might be? He's no friend of ours, you know. I think he might be here to try and take us on. Understood. In that case, I take it you're an adversary of the young master. I guess that follows. That's so. Well then, that leaves me with one last thing to ask you. Huh? Would you be so kind as to indulge me in a quick battle? I guess? Splendid. Then let us begin. Pokemon Cherry Harrington. More grammar. Wait, aren't you a dark type? Are you a fairy? No, it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, I wanted to see how fast this thing is because I wanted to see if I can ride more Rhydon. Oh, it like chases us. $48? My crocodile's faster than an imp. Send out the Moltres. Oh, that frame drop. Heterin. Is that the little one? Yeah. Well, technically they're all little. Yeah, have you seen Hatterena without her like body? Or like her real body, I should say. Well, well. An outstanding performance. However, be aware that young Master Ortega's battle prowess far surpasses my empathy skills. You would do well to take care. Now, if you excuse me. Hasta la vista. That gentle manly guy used to be the director of the academy, I think. At least that's what I heard. Now he's like tutoring the boss or something. He shows up here sometimes to take the boss to his lessons. Hang on, why am I explaining this to you? There's no doubting you're here to make trouble, so I gotta go let everyone know. Hasta la vista. I would kind of like their uniform if it wasn't for their heels. The heels make them look silly. See, the guard has been dealt with. I see the guard has been dealt with. Good job. That base belongs to Team Star's ferry crew, the Rookbuck squad. Their boss Ortega is the mechanic of the team. He may be the youngest of the bosses, but his battle skills are no joke. Underestimate him, and things will go south for you quickly. He's also a real lead from the back. What's that mean? Type, he gets his grunt to do all the dirty work for him. But his weak point is his short fuse. Get him good and angry, and he'll march out in front of the lines to deal with you himself. In terms of tactics, there's nothing else for it but to take down all the lackeys he sent your way. Just tough it out until Ortega shows up and go from here. Ring the bell at the gates and ready for operations. Time to wipe out Rookbuck squad off the map. That's a lot of talking for something that we're supposed to do for every single badge. Huh? Oh, I'm picnicking? I threw some of them behind the gate. I don't want to go on a picnic, at least not yet. I guess I was. I'm too fast. Oh yeah, hold on, I want to check. Whoa, she really is fast. Well, now we know she can keep up. Alright. I'm sorry. Yeah, she just goes back. I like seeing how fast she is. I don't know why. Well, she can't keep up when we go turbo boost. I like ostriches, okay? They're dinosaurs. Hold up. It's a fairy type gym. Who do we want up in front? Like this? Primate isn't exactly gonna stand a chance towards them. I think this should be fine. I always forget, is fire good against fairy or is fairy good against fire? I can never get that right. Code red, Operation Starfall alert. Everyone get into position to defend the base with all you got. And rest assured, intruder, we'll deal with you without the boss's help. Unless you manage to defeat 30 of our Pokemon in 10 minutes. That's it. Good luck with that. That's about it. See ya. I like the idea of having a raid, but you know. You know, I've never been part of a raid in Arc, but I've seen videos. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Okay, I can't save. I want to see this thing's evolution. It looks funny. Maybe we should send out one to take care of one group and another to take care of another. That probably sounds... Holy crap, the game is dying. This thing is like screaming for its life. Wait, what's up with the... What's up? What happened to the ostrich? She's dead. I mean, she's not dead, but she's, you know... Boom. Boom. That's the sound of drinking lemonade. It's also the sound that freaking what's his face makes. King Dice. I don't know why, but I really like the idea of sending an ostrich just to like send everywhere, just to send in a raid. Can you imagine that thing dashing and just pecking at everybody as it goes? It's like the scene from Jurassic Park, The Lost World, where like all the dinosaurs just kind of like destroy a base or a campsite. Our defenses are breached. It's all up to the boss now. See, if it was like that, I would have liked this a lot better. And I see you're a fan of pink. Salmon. It's obviously salmon. I want to kick this guy's ass. He looks like the kind of person who would laugh at you if you stutter. Huh? So you're a kid. Okay. Talking about overwhelming. I was expecting someone, I don't know, a little more beefed up. Well, whatever. I don't care who you are. Not like I'm gonna lose to you anyway. If you think fairy types are all sad about cuteness, you're in for a nasty surprise. I promise I'll play nice, so don't blame me when this battle sends you blubbering back home. Yeah, well, the special attack go up. Okay, maybe not. Oopsie, did you realize how unmatched you are? If you want to give up, now's the time. Let's play the annoying game. Good God, the game is about to break. And so begins the healing game. Bounce. There she goes. That looked funny. All I'll be doing is healing. You can't kill me, even if you try. When you come back down, all the damage you've dealt is gonna be nothing. It'll be like it was pointless. Look at that, almost full health. Look at that, you only did 3 HP, or 3 damage to me. Woo! That looks funny. I don't know why you're doing this. All my health is just gonna go back to normal. You're gonna do nothing unless you get a critical. Well, even if you get a critical, it's gonna do nothing. Maybe. Oh yeah, bounce can paralyze. I forgot about that. But it means nothing. So much healing. This thing must be like a nightmare to fight in actual online battles if you EV train it right. I already have some ideas. Seed sour. Even more healing. Give me all the healing in the world. 3 forms of healing. 4 forms of healing. This is the AFK, what's it called? Strat. They call me Rage Gaming Videos because this is the AFK. What's it called? Grinding. This is the real immortal build. That only affects my physical attack. Idiot. Look at that, full health. You can't do anything. You can't. Go ahead and try. You can't. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did a mosquito just come by here? I felt an itch on my back. I don't know if that was like a mosquito or something, or I'm a little confused. I'm so sorry. I know this thing is way lower level than me, but it's funny. Maybe I shouldn't be using all the mega trains on this thing. Bong 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 bong. It might be slow, but at least I never lose health. Oh, and paralysis never actually took effect, did it? The one time paralysis is on our side. That's bun. Imagine, this is exactly how you make people rage quit in online battles. Have a taste of this slick move, bet you can't handle my Pokemon's adorable strength. Ow, that hurt! Oh wait, no it didn't. Oh, come on. Oh, by the way, you remember when I was talking about like fighting a Cryogonal in one of the raid battles? Yeah, that thing kept freezing me. For whatever reason, I in the beginning of the fight, throughout the entire, like no joke, I'm not exaggerating, literally the entire fight, I was frozen. I never left the frozen state. And it was with height too. Literally throughout the entire freaking fight until it decided to blow us all away. I was just frozen. It's not fair. It's dumb. I did freeze this thing, right? Yeah, Leech Seed. I really shouldn't be using up all the Mega Trains. But I kinda need some. I need some health here. This may be slow, but at least I'm unkillable. Leftovers, grassy terrain. If I can beat this thing's defenses up to maximum, I can like basically never die when I'm like beefing up my special attack. Reva room. Is that the actual... Oh, what the heck? Why is my team on the ropes? That's totally not fair. Misty Surge. The battlefield got weird. Oh crap, this thing... Oh, never mind. I was about to say, this thing probably has like flame charge. What the heck? Really? Why? Doesn't affect Reva Room. Why? Is it because it's not technically a Pokemon? I don't know. Anyways, not that we've had our fun. Let's do this, I guess. I'm sorry. That was completely unnecessary, but it's about sending a message. Magic Torque. Magic Torque. Wonder if flamethrower is gonna be enough now. Just hang in there a little longer. Ah, just barely. I'm guessing magic meets fairy, so this probably won't do it very much. Jesus, that did a lot. And I'm confused, because why not? No you. Okay. Dang, just barely. Magic torque. The feathers weren't enough. Oh yeah, well how about my second fastest Pokemon? Okay, but why though? Can you imagine if he ends up sweeping us just because of Confuse Ray? I swear, if that's what ends up happening. Oh, come on! Really though? I'm mad. All you had to do was hit it with your wings, Maka. Ugh, how could I lose? What the heck? I've always wanted one of those little disco ball things in my room. Ah, what the heck? Your toy car didn't budge an inch, huh? I told you, it's not a toy. It's called the Starmobile, and I was up all night building it. The problem is clearly that we're not giving it enough juice. You designed that thing to be powered by 2 Charcadets, but it's too heavy. It's such a shame. I wanted to see the look on our bullies' faces when we got it moving. I'm sorry. I really thought it would work. Come on, good fellow. There's no occasion for melancholy. Why, to make such a remarkable contraption by thine own hands. Genius. Thy name is Ortega. Yeah, well, there's no point if it doesn't work, is there? If I knew all that effort would have zero payout, I'd have just asked Mother to buy a car for us. See, this is why people don't take us seriously. You say some stupid things, you know that? Huh? Mela, cool it, would you? Yeah, but no. I mean, we even put this in code for crying out loud. When we started Team Star, we swore to quit relying on our parents or bags of cash to fix our problems for us. Or did you forget? If that hunk of junk doesn't move, get it moving. If we're short on juice, we gotta crank up the power somehow. Doesn't take a genius, man. That's easy enough to say, Melly. Do you have an actual plan? Yep, I'm gonna train up my Charcadet and have him evolve. The boosted firepower will get the Starmobile moving, no sweat. But the hour of Operation Star is nigh at hand. Will you succeed in time? Oh, get it done. That reminds me, I forgot to do some of the classes. Melly, wait. You know, Mela shoots her mouth off an awful lot, but she means well. I know. God, this sucks. I'm assuming that we get the evolutionary item for Charcadet from one of the classes. This sucks. I hate myself for losing, but I also can't get over how awesome you were in the battle. If any of us and squad bosses are defeated, that means we have to step down, and going against our code would make me a traitor to the team. Okay, fine. Not like I have a choice anyway, so take the badge already. you'd better treat it with the respect it deserves. You had a giant car and you couldn't take down a bush. I'm sorry. I'm not done yet. Here's my favorite TM2. Feel free to marvel at how awesome it is. And just so you know, you are the worst, like the most annoying person ever. But I get it, you're super strong. I'll admit that much. You even busted up my Starmobile. Young Master Ortega. Mr. Harrington. I guess it's time for my piano lesson, huh? As it happens, I just lost my boss title, so I'm all good on to head home. Actually, a different matter has brought me. There's somebody I would like you to meet. He's a distant acquaintance of mine. His name's Clive. Or the name's Clive. Okay, what's your business here? I want you to tell me something. You're the son of a wealthy family and the heir to the major apparel company. So why join a group like Team Star? What a question to ask someone you've just met. Well, my answer is the same as anyone else in the team. It's because I was being bullied. So the academy really did use to have issues with bullying. Who would guess, right? The school is all rainbows and butterflies these days. And the bullies from back then don't even go to the academy anymore. Why, what happened to them? As the former director of the academy, I believe I am the best position to answer that question. Mr. Harrington? About 18 months ago, the members of Team Star confronted the students who used to bully them, and an altercation broke out between the groups. Though it did not escalate into a major incident, the altercation nonetheless caused a scandal of hitherto unknown proportions. As a result of what occurred that day, the students who had perpetrated the bullying dropped out of the academy, one after another. But there aren't any records of that anywhere in the academy. No, I should imagine not. My former deputy deleted all the records of the incident, you see. What? Why would anyone do that? Just as I was puzzling over how best to deal with Team Star in the aftermath of the incident, a certain student came to see me. The student declared that they would take all responsibility for the team's actions. In exchange, they requested that I exonerate the other students in Team Star from any bullying. Huh? No one told me that. I accepted the request and agreed not to take disciplinary action against Team Star. Then I assigned 18 months of overseas studying to the student who took responsibility for the team. A year and a half of studying abroad. This was not intended as punishment. You understand? Team Star were the victims after all. I wanted the student to take some time to rest, so I had them return home to get to the Gala region, under the pretext of overseas studying. Around that time, however, the former deputy director took it upon himself to erase all traces of the incident from the academy servers. It appears his intent was to shield himself from any blame. So he tried to cover up the whole thing? That's terrible. After we discovered what we had done, I dealt with him appropriately, of course. But the inability of myself and the rest of the teaching staff to prevent this terrible act also represented a grave blunder on our part. I accepted the blame that lay at my feet and resigned from my position of director. The rest of the teaching staff then joined me in handing in their notices. So that's why the current teachers were all brought in a year and a half ago. I understand my actions have caused you a great deal of trouble. You have my sincere apologies. Hang on, Mr. Harrington. How come you suddenly decided to talk about this now? Young Master Ortega, Team Star cannot carry on its current fashion. I merely wish to give you a chance to chart a better course. Well, there's no way I'm abandoning my friends. I'm going to school without them. Not after what we've come this far. Your friends in Team Star must mean a great deal to you. Isn't it obvious? It's cause, they're my greatest treasure in the whole world. Don't come to school tomorrow. I'm sorry. It starts a raid battle with like all the students. Kid, it's me. I take it Ortega handed over his star badge to you then. I see. With its boss no longer around, the Rock Bus squad is as good as finished. Even Ortega. I'm sorry. We're almost there now. Just one boss left. The operation's been a huge success thanks to you. And Clive also has performed admirably as your support. I remember him saying that your acquaintances. Have you known each other long? Yeah, for a while now. Not that long. Oh, he's clearly a reliable friend. He almost reminds me of the gang back in the day. Back in the day? Back in what day? As you know, Team Star was formed by a group of students who were being bullied at school. Shortly after forming the team, these students, none other than the squad bosses themselves, confronted their bullies head-on. The outcome was a resounding victory for Team Star. Though you could hardly call it a contest. The bullies didn't even put up a fight. They all bolted from the battle as the first chance they got. Scared spitless, the Team Star the bullies then dropped out of school, one after another, and Team Star ended up the villains of the story. But that's neither here nor there. Forget I mentioned it. Now, about your reward. Sees the nerd gets bullied, does nothing. Bully fights back. Hey, what do you think you're doing? My supply unit rep will be along soon to give you your bonus reward. Here I am. There he is. Get ready to have cake shoved in your face. He finally stopped. Oh, Team Star went through all that, huh? They just wanted the bullies to go away. But then they became the bad guys. And Team Star's the bad guys? In everyone's eyes. What a joke. The students and the teachers, they're all so messed up. It kind of is, actually. Like, in general, not just here. Even just one of them had been paying attention when everyone was getting bullied. They had been able to tell right away that Team Star wasn't the one in the wrong. But I guess the big boss was the one who urged everybody to face their bullies despite knowing how messed up the academy is. What a massive idiot creating Team Star and just hoping their plan would miraculously work out. I don't know about that. I'm sure of it. Well, here's your reward. The next boss is the very last one. We're counting on you. Eevee. It's so smooshy. I want an Eevee backpack like that. Alrighty then, just one left. Wait, that's a... don't catch him, don't catch him. We got stuff to do, man. Espion? I need to remember to come back here. I want to explore every nook and cranny, but not yet. Oh, look, there's an outbreak of that. Is there a Chansey outbreak yet? I haven't seen a single Chansey outbreak, and I kind of want one of those to see if we can like shoot up and level. You never know. Even if it's just like doing the quick battle thing or the auto battle, whatever the heck. I'm sure it'd be like decent, right? Probably. I wonder if there's a way to probably the food buffs. That's how you get like the outbreaks, huh? Probably. If that's the case, I wonder. We should probably save first before anything else. You know, now that I think about it, making shorter videos might be a better idea because, like, I'll have less of a chance losing the footage that way. But how long should I make them? That's the question. I feel like 30 minutes is like the magic number, but 30 minutes seems like little to me. Mostly because, like, I always watch long videos on YouTube. I wanted to go over to the thing. This outbreak. I want to see what it is. Over there? Over there. Yeah. That was unnecessarily dramatic. Alright, let's see what this outbreak is. Because, like, apparently it either doesn't know or it's something special. I see these a lot. I've never actually, like, know what they mean. Like when the outbreak is unknown. Oh, you found a mouse outbreak of wild magnemite. So it's magnemite. I wonder if any of them are shiny. How can you tell if any of them are? Wow, what a massive outbreak! There's 4 of them! Nah, there's a lot of them. They're so shiny, look at them. I really like how the magnemites look. Honestly, I do appreciate what they did with the whole, like, Pokemon texture, like, how they designed the Pokemon being actually fluffy and or metallic and shiny and all that. But I don't know, I feel like the textures itself might be a little much. Like some of them kind of look like claymations, if I'm being honest. I'm guessing this is the type of this means you can't go in it. North Palladian Sea. Oh, holy crap, there's like a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, West Palladian Sea. Good God, you can really go everywhere, I guess. Island. I wonder what's in that island. We gotta go. At some point, we gotta go. Because it looks so barren. Or it's in a barren place, whatever. It's over here. And we already marked the thing, so let's go. Let's go! Alrighty. Okay, you're up in front, you're up in front, you're up in front. Alright. Good, good, good. Fighting types. Like this. What's going on? I see you're almost to the 5th base. Hold up inside the team. Why am I just now getting this? Cassio. You made it as well, Clive. Of course, it's the last base. I wouldn't want to miss out on the action. Clive, how are you and my things? Your help has been invaluable to the operation. I'm sorry I was so wary of you at first. Well, that's all water under the bridge. When we're finished with the base, will that be the end of Operation Starfall then? Not quite. We'll still need to handle Team Star's secret mastermind last of all. Do we have any leads on how to find them? I'm hoping they'll come out into the open once all the squad bosses have stepped down. See, we've come so far. Only a few more steps left. Don't let me down, either of you. Cassio hung up? Alright. Thanks to you, I've slowly but surely come to understand Team Star. I know what I need to do, and I know what my final decision will be. God dang, I forgot to do the classes. For that, thank you enough. Take care of the base. Ah, sorry for getting all polite there. Don't know what came over me. He called me Master Kitt. Might as well go ahead and do the classes now. That way, in case if I like come across anything. Can I just? Yes, I can. Time to go to Grape Academy. Pokemon Naranja version. Anybody else remember Pokemon Naranja? Like from way back in the early ROM hack days? It's not Naranja, it's pronounced Naranja because it's Spanish. Where do you want to go? Director's office apparently. Oh, wait. Somebody's here. Who is it? Is it you? Gotta be battle studies. I'd say math. You maybe? Good morning, Master Kitt. What class would you like to take? biology, math. I'm guessing the ones means that there's like a lesson there. You like biology, Mr. Jack? Yes. Guys, we'll begin soon. Don't be tardy. I've never been tardy in my life. Except for once. I forgot the reason for it, but yeah, they left me off the hook because like I'm always like attendant. Hello, my name's Jack. I'll be your Pokemon biology teacher. In my class you will learn about various quests of beloved Pokemon together. I hope you all come to love Pokemon even more than the things that I learn here. Today's class I'll teach you the great way to know Pokemon in depth. If you'd like to become better friends with your Pokemon, you can let them come out of the Pokeball and walk along with you. Sounds good, huh? You can use the ZR to throw a Pokeball in Pokemon. Nothing cuter than watching your Pokemon run around underfoot, if you ask me. Once you let your Pokemon out, try speaking to them. They're sure to respond in some way. It's a great way to get to know them better. However, letting your Pokemon out of its ball isn't such a great idea in some locations. Can anyone tell me that you shouldn't have your Pokemon walk along with you? Near the water, inside buildings, and tall grass? It's certainly true that some Pokemon aren't fond of water, but we do have floating platforms they can use, so being near water isn't an issue. Correct answer is that we should not walk with our Pokemon indoors. How about that? Some Pokemon might damage walls, desks, and other things walking around inside buildings, like an Onix. So it's not allowed regardless of the species. Therefore, please only let your Pokemon out of their Pokeballs while outdoors. Okay, everyone? I think I see them out and about in classrooms from time to time, but still. Anyway, you may become even closer friends with your Pokemon pals by walking together. I almost forgot. Keep in mind that you can only walk together with your lead Pokemon. Remember, use the ZR button to throw a Pokeball. When you want to remember that, you also want to remember that throwing a ball at a wild Pokemon will start a battle. Looks like that's all the time we got for today. Wow, what? Man, I wish classes were this exciting. Maybe I wouldn't have dropped out. I didn't drop out. I just went one semester in college. That's all. If I don't know that was like this, then I would have done this a lot earlier. To be fair, I didn't know that this is how you start them. Hello? You're not using zero. I don't know if I highly recommend picking like you live together with your Pokemon at a party. You get them all over to make sure sandwiches and playing lots of fun. If you want to learn about making foods, let's check out this class. But Mr. Saguaro's class? I might go there. Should have gone there actually. Enjoying picnic with your Pokemon. Very important something that your Pokemon was born in. I just get it. Boxes, Pokeballs, eggs. Dude, you all get it right. The very important something I'm talking about is Pokemon egg. It's not clear the basket or whether it's still the picnic. Fucking around with an egg will help warm up, which allows it to hatch. Eggs won't warm up by sitting in boxes though. You need to have them in your party. And here's one more super important thing I'd like to remember about eggs. Remember to entrust eggs because they believe in us. Egg. Danny DeVito and all that. Yes. Hey. Hello, how's everybody? I don't know, everyone's using the Pokédex. We're just Pokemon born from eggs as well as the encountered methods, so don't worry about that. That's what the Pokédex said. It was way before I started in the academy though. Back when I was a researcher. In fact, I was a researcher, sure about that video though. Wait a second, I didn't say a pretty sure about this. Anyway, you just catch a Pokemon. As you may know, to catch Pokemon is easy HP. But there's another way to catch it. It's just like so catch. Can you tell me what it is? Give a Pokemon a berry? I wish. The Pokemon with the status condition. Prove you're stronger than the Pokemon. Ah yes, thank you. Try that technique. Sleep especially effective against status conditions. Attract sleep powder or hypnosis filling your Pokedex will be a cinch. There are other ways to improve your catch rate. Like using Pokeballs specifically designed to be effective against certain Pokemon. Yes, gym badges make it easier too. I need to stock up on Pokeballs now that I remember. I kind of went on a catching spree. Good morning. How's it? Midterm? Ah, crap. I was never good at tests. I was always good at my homework, and I even did had like good grades. But for some reason, I always cracked on the tests. I don't know why. Ah, crap. What button would you use to let a Pokemon out of its ball? B. Oh, like this. Combine the letter and one number below to correctly say when and where. Okay. During picnics while walking. Where they're found. And tall grass in your basket. Okay, yeah. A2. Which of the following is an effective way to warm up eggs? Going to sleep, walking around, battling. What will not make a Pokemon easier to catch? Give them a berry, surprise them from behind. Inflicting them with poison, certain kinds of Pokeballs. Technically, D is also right. What will make it easier to catch Pokemon of a higher and higher levels? This question won't affect your grade. How do you like the Pokedex? Is it easy to use? I'd be happy to hear your honest opinions. It's easy to use. It's alright. I don't use it that much. Yeah, this is actually my favorite Pokedex so far, if I'm being honest. Although making all of those like cover arts for Pokedex entries might be a little tedious, I would imagine. You must get 3 questions correct to pass the midterm exam. Ah, jeez. 5 out of 5 questions. Hey! I'm smart. I'm a little too smart. Ah, crap. Oh, here we go. Might as well get these out of the way. We're gonna be here a while. I was learning something new. I should admit to exams. Thanks for answering the questions at the end too. Are these important? I wonder. I don't even know. Fascinating phenomena of Pokemon evolutions. As Pokemon battles, everything gets stronger. For some Pokemon, once the evolution isn't enough. There are various changes in their stats increase sometimes by a lot. A Pokemon's evolution. Some prefer to keep their Pokemon in their adorable pre-evolution state. You need to remember a certain button on your Pokemon. Say it with me. If you already know it, to cancel push resolution, it's the B button. Context sensitive. That's right. So the Pokemon just kind of have like a button on them or something? I don't know. Others may have specific moves and stuff. The way Primeape evolves into it. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? The way Primeape evolves into Annihilate is especially strange. You see, there's a certain move that... I'm sorry, what? Primeape evolves? I guess we'll have the end. Oh. Are you serious? Primeape has an evolution? And it needs to learn a move? Okay. I guess. Hold on. Primeape, you can evolve? Did you learn anything that's really weird? Fling, Leer, Scratch, Seismic Toss, Rage Fist. What's this? Converts its rage into energy to attack. The more times the user has been hit by attack, the greater moves the power. Oh, so this is basically Rage, but better. We can at least try it. I don't remember you trying to learn this before. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna need Fury Swipes anymore. Okay. Let's take a look at that. Let's see. If it's actually Rage Fist, then I'm gonna, I don't know, drink coffee. Because it's right there. And I want coffee. There it is. Mankey. Scarlet and Violet. Wait, is that Scarlet and Violet? No, it's not. Where is it? Oops. Mankey Cerebi. I need to know. Okay, hide it. There he is. Level 28. So you just lied to me is all. Big monkey. Scarlet and Violet. This? Kind of hoping. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. Okay. Jesus Christ, yeah, it needs to learn Rage Fist. Okay. What the heck? How come I didn't get the prompt to learn it? Or maybe I did and I accidentally got out of it. So does it need like need to like level up from that? Let's see. Let's check this out, why not? Rare candy? I got 1. That's right, I got mad, so I leveled up my mons a bit. Is it gonna happen? Aw. Wasted candy for nothing. Okay, fine. Maybe he needs to use it a bunch. Math. Math was always fun to me, but I was never good at it. Algebra was apparently like my strongest subject. But like I said, I always cracked under, what's it called? Hello everyone, nice to meet you. Sorry to put you on a call. I'm ask you a quick question. Do you enjoy numbers and mathematics and the like? Oh hey look, there's what's her name? Oh my hair, the numbers make some mix. But no matter the opinions, I hope you find yourself this together. However, find just a types of math lessons. You can always how you caught up in your studies and your Pokemon matchups. For example, grass is stronger against water and water is correct? Okay, you seem to be good at Pokemon, so let me ask you this. Bearing in mind that the water is strong against fire, if the move Water Gun hits a fire-type Pokemon, what becomes the move's damage? It's cut in half. It doesn't change. It's doubled. That's right. I knew you'd count on this. Usually moves of a type that your opponent is weak to multiple times by 2. On the other hand, I'm using moves of type that your opponent is resistant that isn't very weak divided by 2. I don't mean to encroach in Mr. DeAndrews' battle stages there. It's example. Do you think? Oh my, is that the bell? Yes it is. What a shame. Why does she look familiar? There must be a reason for that. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Maybe we should just do the biology class, like the whole biology class, just to see if I get anything from it, or if this is just optional. Oh look, there she is. Oh, I have some students here today. My name is Rayford. The Great Crater. As you're all aware, a massive crater known as the Great Crater of Paldea exists in the heart of our region. The area inside the crater is called a residue. Materials composite as shown in the crater is in fact over a million years old. It was long delivered that a certain something rested at the bottom of the mysterious crater. Her hair is like twitching. Broke time to make eye contact, young Mr. Kid. Answer me this. What exactly was believed to rest at the depths of the crater? The treasure of Snorlax at Pokemon Center. I feel like that was a little dumbed down for us. Although that would be funny if there was a Snorlax down there. That is correct. It comes from the world resting at the Great Crater. How much of our dreams is very shame. Before I forget, you would do all too well to remove the Great Crater of the areas. You're off limits. Okay. Besides, if there was a possible investigation in the area, I would surely do the first to do so. That's the time already. So for the midterms, we got like EXP candies. I'm assuming that's what we get for like all of them whenever we finish their midterms, right? Let's see what we get for the finals. Hello. This Psyduck is like, what's this kid doing? You like biology, Mr. Jack? Yes. Don't be late. Hello. How's everybody doing? Final question. A director yelled at. Oops. Apparently, he could tell I was hiding something just by looking at me. Speaking of color, today we will teach us as they pertain to Pokemon. Some Pokemon have slightly different colorations of their body based on their gender and individuality. It is rare for Pokemon violence in some species. They call this specimen shiny Pokemon. You know, that's I think in Gen 2 when they were first introduced, weren't they called like Sparkle Pokemon or something like that? Until they decided, hey, everybody just calls them shinies, so just call them shinies. It is quite rare to cross paths with one. Does anyone know where the likelihood of a shiny is? It's 1 in 3,000, isn't it? Oh, I guess they raised it. Wow, that's right. You may have been be the main sense of Pokemon Professor. Shiny Pokemon appear at a rate of 1 in 4,000. Isn't that amazing? The probability of encountering one in the wild is the same as hatching one in the egg too. Eggs in a pair of Pokemon raised around different languages and species case. Oh yeah, don't you have a much easier isn't the chances of getting a shiny a lot easier if you're breeding a Pokemon from a different region or different like country? I feel like that's a thing. There's a higher than average chance that a shiny Pokemon will hatch from these eggs. I haven't been able to figure out why just yet. Oh yeah. I also heard rumors of a charm that increases the likelihood of something called a shiny charm. This can't be scientifically verified, but it should be fun if it were true. I wonder if in biology class, if we ever like cut open a frog Pokemon, a Politoad, because that thing is an abomination. That thing scared me as a kid. Hey. Hello, what's this then? Pokemon forms. Appearance Pokemon's have. A phenomenon called the form change, where Pokemon appearances change under certain conditions. Cyclosaur, for example, which we regularly ride on as transportation here in Paldea, has 3 forms. First is its basic form, where it walks on 4 legs. Second is the battle form, where it stands on its hind legs to engage in battle. Finally, there's the ride form, where it inflates its throat sac and its tail, so we can ride on its back. Though we can use something you're all carrying with you. That was an even better example. Yep, I'm talking about your phones. Some smartphones are inhabited by a certain Pokemon. Does anyone know what the Pokemon is referring to? Rotom, Pikachu, Heracross. It'd be cool to have a Heracross phone. A Rotom inside a phone is special, so it doesn't try to enter it as electronics. An ordinary Rotom, however, can change form by entering washing machines, microwave ovens, electronic devices. An exception. Rotom is a bit of an exception, though. Many Pokemon that change form do simply by holding an item or by having one use on them. Oricorio, for example, has 4 different forms it can change between when given certain nectars. Pokemon may even change type or learn different moves when they change form, like Arceus. Form changes are different from evolution in that they return to the original form. And unlike shiny Pokemon, which can't change their special coloration, the same individual Pokemon go back and forth between its forms. There's lots to dig into the form change phenomenon, as you can see. We can all learn something from Pokemon here, don't you think? Bit of a stretch, but be happy to see you all enjoy your time at the Academy to its fullest. Or something like that anyway. Oh, you almost forgot. Regional forms may vary based on the regions a Pokemon came from. Don't change like other forms. They're innate. They're innate. Whoops, hey, that's the bell. Guess I was a scatterbrain. Yep. Best on the final exam. I'm gonna guess that. Whoa! Now it's a Gengar. I'm gonna guess that that the final exam is gonna have like a how does Primate evolve? Yeah. Hello, what's all this then? Take your time. How many of the following 4 methods make it easier to catch Pokemon? Like the paralysis using Poketoy, feeding a berry, surprising it from behind. 2? True or false, you can get a new Pokemon only by catching them yourselves or trading with other trainers. That is a trick question. Catching them yourselves or trading with. I'm guessing it's false because of the eggs and stuff. But you still need to... yeah, whatever. If a Pokemon is holding an Everstone, will using an item that induces evolution, such as a Firestone, cause it to evolve? That's actually a good question. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Does it? Cause the Everstone never lets it evolve, but I've never actually tried that. What is the probability of running into a shiny Pokemon? 1 in 4,000. True or false? The Pokemon known as Oricorio has 3 forms. Does it? There's the purple one, the red one, the yellow one. Yep, only 3. Unless they added a new one. Did they? I need to know. Good thing they can't see me using my phone, because that would be bad. It's only 3, right? Oh no, that's right. There's like a pink one. See, this is why we check. This question won't affect your grade. Do you have anything you would like to say about my class? I'm still getting used to this teaching thing, but I sure had fun at being your teacher. It was fun. Thank you for being our teacher. Keep teaching. You can do it. None of these are negative. This one. Time's up. He's gonna get fired for that last question, I just know it. Ah, jeez. Woo! Look at that. That would have been 4 if I didn't look at the Oricorio thing. That's to give you a reward as you passed. 5 candies medium. Keep doing your best. Good evening. Looks like that's everything. Okay, so it's just for candies. So no need to do this for now. I'll do this on my own time, I guess. Alright. Oh yeah. Was it her? Is she the only one who wanted my help? I've never seen that little exclamation mark there. Or maybe I just never paid attention. We're about to... Oh! What are you doing over here? Oh, hey. Sorry, were you looking for me? I've been away from the nurse's office lately. Did you need something from me? Not really. What? But then, why'd you come over to talk? Oh, well, I'll hug your Pokemon anyway. 10Q. What happens if I say yes? I was really be having an adventure scraping him. Huh? Oh yeah. I guess it's pretty unusual for me to be out of the nurse's office like this. Well, I'm actually doing a bit of studying. Though I try my best at the health teacher certification exam one more time. You can't do it. Just so you know, it's totally not because I'm inspired by somebody working hard at their treasure hunt, okay? Well, maybe just a little bit. So you know, thanks. Yeah. Uh-oh, my break time's almost over. I know you'll be cheering me on. You feel trusted by Nurse Miriam. What happens if I say yes to the thing? Are you tired? Nah, I'm good. Is that it? This kid, Arvin. What the heck? What is going on? This freaking kid. Look how lazy he is. He should be punished. Nah. I remember I ended up taking a nap in one of those before. I got yelled at. Well, not yelled at, I just got in trouble for it. Oh yeah, see? Look, the exclamation mark is gone. I wasn't imagining things. I guess she was the only person I needed to talk to. Who am I talking to? If it isn't Kid, hello there. Hello. Do you perhaps have a question about class? Yes, I have a question. All good, no questions. All good, no questions. Aha, I'm glad to hear it. Then perhaps you won't mind a little quiz. Flying type Pokemon are weak to rock type moves. When a rock type move hits a flying type Pokemon, what becomes of the move's damage? It's doubled. Multiplied by 100. Yes, that's right. The correct answer is that the move's damage is doubled. Miss Time. Oh my, I see one of my more energetic students is here with me. You'll have to wait your turn. Dear, there's only one of me after all. Miss Time, is it true that you were gym leader? That is indeed true. I'm quite a strong battler, you know. Wow, that's so cool. Why'd you quit? So you want to know, do you? I might be persuaded to tell you if you wait your turn. Okay, I can wait my turn. I sure can. I'm sorry for cutting our conversation short, but I seem to be in high demand today. Feel free to come see me in my time if you have questions for me. Only slightly. Only slightly. Who am I talking? This guy? I saw that it was a guy. Maybe? Maybe it's her? Yes, kid from class 1A. The way you conduct yourself in class and the answers you give to my questions, I admit they pique my interest. You are quite the interesting pupil, I must say. Tell me, give me a choice. Which do you prefer? Things of old or things of new? I like new stuff. I prefer the old things. That's a good question. I'm kind of mixed on both. Like with anime, I prefer the old stuff. With games, I prefer the old stuff. With art, I prefer kind of both. Books? Mostly old stuff. Yeah, guess older stuff. Yeah, so you prefer the things of the past, do you? The potential I saw in you was real after all. Yes, this one may indeed be of good use to me someday. What's that thing on her hair? Honestly, you can disregard that. I was simply thinking out loud. I enjoyed a little conversation today. Yeah, my thanks. It became slightly closer. Only slightly. Is that a mega ring on her wrist? Eevee. The Eevee is sleeping, it's so cute. And it looks like that's everything. Director's office, just him. What kind of lingo am I gonna be speaking to him with today? What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? A skull. Looks like a skull, but it isn't. Yeah, Master K, how'd you... I must say, I'm pleased to see you on school grounds again. Travel and adventure certainly have their place, but it does one good to attend class as well, no? Speaking of which, there is something I would very much like to ask you. I understand you have joined a variety of classes during your time here in the academy, but if I may ask, which of our faculty members has made you the most favorable impression on you? Ah, that's a good question. I've only met like 2 of them. Time, Rayford, Salvatore, Dendra, Hassel, Saguaro, Nurse Miriam, Dr. Clavel. Or Director Clavel. I wonder what happens if I pick him. He is technically my favorite. He's kind of goofy. Me? Are you quite sure? I suspect some element of diplomacy may be at work here, but if that is indeed how you feel, then I am most happy to hear it. We're truly blessed to have so many wonderful teachers and staff members at Uva Academy. I firmly believe that our faculty is second to none in their commitment to our students' ongoing education and well-being. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. You became even closer with Director Clavel. Yeah, I'm not joking. He is actually one of my favorites. He's really goofy. I love him. Where do you want to go? At least so far. We haven't met a lot of the other... What's it called? Oh, there's more? We haven't met other... You know... other teachers. Thank you for the visit, Master Kitt. A good friend of mine has been telling me of your recent exploits. Good friend? You mean Clive? Ah, I'll leave their identity to your imagination. But now, lest I forget, there is another matter I would very much like your opinion on. What is it? Do you know what manner of gentleman's hairstyle is considered cool, as it were, among the youth these days? Short styles, 2-block styles, bowl cuts, long necks, giant pompadours. I mean, giant pompadours are freaking cool, but they're not exactly popular nowadays. What's a 2-block style cut? Long locks. What is a 2-block cut? I'm actually drawing a blank. I don't know what that is. I do like dreadlocks though. They're really cool to me. 2-block cut. Oh, that's the E-boy F-boy look. Or at least that's what a couple of my friends call it because they're not exactly into K-pop. Technically, those are really cool for whatever reason. Wait a minute, that's the kind of hairstyle that I used to get all the time back in my day, because my mom would force me into it. That used to be the get bullied at school haircut. Why does everything that I used to get made fun of suddenly cool? It's not fair. I wonder if there's a right answer to this. Well, 2-block cuts are popular nowadays. Or is that so? Suppose I haven't indeed seen some of the Academy's male students sporting such a style. Could it be then that the pompadour has already had its day in the sun? Perhaps I ought to consider change of wig. Ah, that is to say, never mind. Thank you for your visit, Mr. Kitt. It was most enlightening. You feel trusted. I hope it doesn't change the pompadour. Pompadours are like the best hairstyle. No bones about it. Bar none. And other old man things to say. Whoops. I forgot I have to actually do the thing. I wonder what the art class has to say, or has to do. Alrighty. Now we can do the thing with the Team Rocket and the fighting Brock at the gym thing. Man, being late at night at like in college or school grounds brings back memories. Pretty bad memories, because all I did was wait for my ride. Well, I didn't necessarily wait for my ride. All I did was... oh, I didn't do this? Yeah, I guess I didn't. Oh yeah, I remember. For some reason, I was thinking of like the final gym leaders where we were going. Sorry. But yeah, I didn't necessarily wait for my ride. All I did was wait for the bus. Luckily, AIM students get what's it called? Free bus rides. Exposed! Where's the thing? Northeast. No, it is this way. Dun, 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 dun. This kind of music reminds me of an old MMO that I used to play. I don't think this is where we're supposed to go. Bug. How the heck? Rock's too slippery. Rock's too smooth. Hey, at least I don't have to change Pokemon every time I try to do something else. That's for sure. Oh wait, it's right here. Nice. That was nice. Alright, what are we working with? Yeah. So that way we can build up our special attack. Ding, ding, ding. In this corner, we have a schmuck. Oh, good, he didn't change it. Even the smallest stars can light up the sky when they shine together as constellations. We're the last bastion of Team Star. Losing isn't an option. Hey, kid, if you're listening? If you beat 30 of our Pokemon in 10 minutes, we'll call the boss out to deal with you. How's that for hospitality? Metachan. Go get him! primates. Where are you going? Where are you going? Get in there. Can you, like, get him? Go get him. You got this. Go get him. Go get him. For a second, I thought I heard him yell, is it entertaining? Oh crap, that's a... Wait, get back here. That's a crabominable. Go that way. Can I not switch? Okay, it was enough. Go peck at him. Oh, you definitely got this one. Go get him. Can really use a vending machine. You're a fighting type? Really? Oh yeah, you are. This is so cool. It's kind of like an MMO, if I'm being honest. Now that I think about it. Man, why couldn't things just be like, what's it called, Arceus? I kind of like Arceus. Not as much as you think, but a lot better than this, if I'm being honest. Yeah. I'm still curious. I don't think we can hold them off much longer, boss. Rocks. But when I want to get my rocks off, you try. Boss of the Team Stars fighting crew, Eri. Eri! Tarma! Okay, I'm ready. Doesn't matter who you are, I'll bury anyone who tries to take down Team Star. This time, I won't run away. Brah! Why do you look like a Hatsune Miku wannabe? I just realized. This base is precious to us. I won't let this raid of yours go any further. Ah, you dick. Why'd you do that? That hurt. It was... I give... yeah, you can consider just sending it to the end. Yeah. Sucker Punch doesn't, like, increase in damage, does it? I hope it doesn't. Take that. Lucario. Suck! No, I'm kidding. I always hate fighting Lucario in Smash Bros. I haven't played Smash Bros in a very long time though. Lucario is one of those characters where you either have to like kill it fast or I'm gonna die, aren't I? Yep. Or you either have to kill it fast or that thing's like gonna body the crap out of you. It's also weak to its own kind. Yeesh. Nah, he's so cute. Dragon Pulse. I don't want to play the annoying game just yet. Alright, Miss Penelope, you're the fastest among everybody here. Ostrich with the crown. Ostrich with the crown. This thing has the eye of truth. Annihilate. I guess now we're gonna see what this looks like. It's not a ghost type, is it? Yeah. I think it's a ghost type. Do me a favor and hit yourself. Hit yourself. Do it. Just it'd be funny. Rage Fist. Ah, crap. I didn't hit him, though. Oh, come on. Princess Ostrich has been taken down. Oh, she kind of reminds me of Princess Knight now that I say it. Anybody remember Princess Knight? Maybe that's why I like her so much. I like how the bush is like, what are you looking at? God, that's right, you're a normal type, aren't you? I completely forgot that this thing is a normal type for some reason. The pig's not gonna do very much. Annihilate. Jeez. It's not fair, they all had dragon moves. The sound it makes. Right, pig, you got this. I believe in you. How is it that you get confused? There we go. You've been confused this whole time, but never hit yourself until then. Bada 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 bada. Ah, you missed. Dang, it dug right under the car. You see that? Overwhelmed. What does that mean? It means you gotta get stronger. See, I was hoping on whatchamacallings. Oh, there's flags right there, you idiot. I was hoping on increasing my special attacks. Maybe I can do that with like Lucario. Because the other one just kind of has wait, no, who had Dark Pulse again? Was it Lucario? Who had Dark Pulse again? I think they all did. No, wait. The first one had Sucker Punch. Lucario had Dark Pulse. So literally, Bray can't go in there. It's not fair. Maka can probably go in there and like, what's it called? Swords dance his way into victory. I hope. Hoping that the first one doesn't have anything too big. I'm ready. Doesn't matter who you are. I'll bury anyone. Rah! Roll. It's a Frogadier. Frogadier is best Frogadier. Oh no, I can't eat berries. That's +2 to Planeswalker. What the heck, man? This one will at least be super effective. +2 wing attack. You're a bug type. Why the heck did that do so much to you? Oops. You have that? Wait, so she has 4 Pokemon instead of 3 this time. I guess they increase in things. Oh, it just kind of has Rock Tomb. Wait, you're a fighting type? Really? My speed! Crap! I kind of rely on that. Son of a crap. It has Rock Tomb, so chances are Ray might not be very good at this. But we can at least try. Oh, we can at least try. I already don't have any speed, so that's good, I think. Okay, that's +2 to special attack. This thing probably has something like Surf. It's a good thing I'm not. No, it has Dark Pulse. That's right. I'm dead. Not fast enough. SpongeBob, me boy. I wasn't fast enough. Well, at least I have more mons than last time. I kind of want to revive, what's it called? Scyther. Then maybe you should revive Scyther. Hopes that the confusion is on my side. But it never is, because it's confusion. And I'm the player. Even though the paralysis was on my side the entire time last time. I have a max revive apparently. I have 2 of them. Hopefully confusion is still on. Wait, should I? Dark Pulse, Dragon Pulse. They were all pretty. What's it called? Let's hope this does something at least. Oh, I guess it didn't. Still confused. Hopefully it's on my side. Nope. Maka, the reliable partner. Snapped out of confusion. Okay, I can survive another one. As long as it doesn't have anything that can decrease my speed, we're good. Or get a critical. Scyther's Cry is so cool. I hope I'm faster than a. Nope, I guess I'm not. How the heck are you slower than a Crunchy Boy? There's literally nothing I can do. Scyther was my ace in the hole. Maybe this thing has both physical and what's it called, special speed. Like this thing can like hop around trees like nothing, but also phase through everything. This is a ghost. Can you imagine? That's scary. He's just like flying at you, T-posing. This thing's been going for close combat for a while, and even with the dig, it's not enough. Oh, that reminds me, I wanted to swap in for that weird dinosaur that I found in the other one. But how does it evolve? I don't know. How did you survive last time? I remember he got like 1 dig in. Yeah. It's raining. That symbolizes we're not gonna win. I wonder how many EXP candies do I have? Do I have anything in general? I have health. I have 7 mediums. Alright, so before we do this, I guess, let's go ahead and beef up Mako over here just a little bit, because it doesn't look like we're gonna be doing this anytime soon. Alright, so what am I missing? That's it, just these 2 things. How strong are you? I am rather the curious. Looks like we registered, so it's okay. All for nada. I should be saving. Been having some nice battles? Maybe. Let's check to see how strong the mons are here. Specifically in the cave, because that's where like all the... Oop! Alright, Scyther, come with me. You can keep up, right? I thought you were fast. Which is it? Metachan. Level 44? Oh, good. Doesn't that switch your... Yeah. I'm pretty sure... Wait, what's your defense like? Oh, come on, really? That was an Ultra Ball, though. That just increases your speed. This thing is setting up. Oh, na 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 na. You know, I always thought that the H on the Ultra Ball was always a, like, you know, paint. But now I know that it's indented. Metacham, the Meditate Pokemon. It elegantly avoids attack with dance-like steps when then launches a devastating blow in the same motion. Just like Bayonetta. Huh, it has more defense than physical attack. I did not know that. Now I know. Now I know. Pure power. Using its pure power, the Pokemon doubles its attack stack. Wait, so this thing has like what? 134 attack? Is that a hidden ability? That doesn't sound right. That sounds like almost cheating. I need to know. This is a learning process. Chan? Cham. Ooh, the shiny version is blue. No, that's his straight up pure ability. What the heck? Are you... Those is the text. So are you really telling me that this thing has 134? Is that right? 134? 14. So that's 14, 12, carry the 1, 13, 134, 2. Wait a minute. Are you serious? This thing is in the 300s? Did I do the math wrong? I think I did the math wrong. I'm pretty sure it's... Or not 300s, 200s? How does pure power work? That seems a little busted. 134. Yeah, I got it right the first time. Ow. So what the heck? How does this work? I don't know. Can someone explain to me? Nah. Annihilates a thing. Oops, that was meant to be an auto battle. You ain't got no fairy types, so we gotta go. Ooh. That reminds me. Might as well go ahead and do this. How much should I give you? 3? Seems a little... That seems like a lot. 47? Not enough, if you ask me. Should be somewhat enough to survive. Only went up two levels. That guy wants to battle. They should have said something. That's another thing I really don't like about this. For some reason, the trainer battles are optional. It's always been that's always been the formula. You're supposed every time a trainer locks eyes, they have to battle. Why did they get rid of that? That's really dumb. Isn't this the place that where we just kind of like crashed? Into heaven we go. Hello. It's finally time for our last gym, right? I heard from Rika. But I'm 0% worried about you. I know you got this. Even La Primera seems like she wants to keep an eye on you. Maybe I'll go find her so we can cheer you on together when you battle the gym leader. So, go have a battle that's fruitful for you and for the crowd. Didn't even think about it, but who am I leading with? None of us are really fit for fairy types, are we? Don't think so. Welcome to the gym. Yes, your name is this. Yes, it is, maybe. Last time I checked. Exercise? I'm talking about the emotional spectrum practice, created by Tulip herself, of course. Complete it and you'll pass the test. The woman wearing the black tracksuit in the practice area will explain the rules to you. Just turn left while leaving the gym, and you'll find the practice area right next door. Yay. This guy? That's technically a tracksuit. Is this what they're getting at? Gen 1. John Madden. I can't talk to this guy though, can I? No, I can talk to the pig. Wait, she said left, didn't she? God dang it. Metacham. Sick moves, bro. Oh, welcome, new kid. This is where we do emotional spectrum practice. What's that mean? Why is your battle studies teacher here at a Pokemon gym working as an instructor, you ask? Well, who are you? Do we know each other? Well, I've been friends with the gym leader here, Tulip, since we were kids. We decided to have a Pokemon battle with a special rule. The loser has to do what the winner says. So we battled and, well... Look, never mind what happened. Point is, this is a chance to both get a workout and help my friend when I don't have classes. The rules of emotional spectrum practice, or ESP, for short, is simple. I'll show you a certain movement, and all you have to do is copy it. Ready to get the gym test started? I hope your body and mind are ready for the challenge. No, I guess. Great, let's get to exercising. Show me an eruption of emotion. Is this Tai Chi or whatever? Metacham. That really do be a Metacham. Can this camera be even slower? Overflow with excitement. Oh, it's button. I thought it was crosshair. I think I got the thing down. The positions. I could stop looking at it, I think. I'm guessing there's no actual point system. That was awesome! I can't stop grinning after witnessing such perfect power of expression. That's enough of a warm-up. Now, let's really put those muscles to work with the Pokemon battle. You gotta keep moving. This is no ordinary battle, this is a workout. I see everything as a workout. That's why my body is so strong. Nah. I miss pushing carts. Good thing this is a pure psychic type, and not a dark type like it should be. I thought for sure this was gonna be a fairy type gym, not a psychic type gym. Girlia. I hope this thing doesn't have any fire type moves. I'm moved by how well you moved. Both you and your Pokemon. Great, I can hear your Pokemon and your muscles screaming with delight. I see you're getting tired, but you gotta hang in there. Time to start the second half. There's more? Confused for a second. Yeah. How many halves are there? That was perfect. I almost lost track of who was teaching who. Don't give up yet. It's time for another battle. Hold out against all that lactic acid. The heck is lactic acid? My goal is to grow strong and build muscles. Any tips? Any tips? That's actually a good question. If you want to build muscle, you just need protein. If you don't. Nah. Pig. Psychic bacon. I wonder what that tastes like. Oops. Anditi? The Galarian Chansey? I thought those were horns. Aren't they? The things on her head, I thought they were horns. But it looks like they have physics. So probably not. Maybe they're ears. I wonder if there's like an animal out there that has like their ears as their horns. Like their horns are their ears. I don't know. Might not be as effective, but it still do a lot of damage on account of the focus band, or whatever the heck. Nothing grows faster than a growing kid like you. Good job, you made it all the way through the ESP exercise. You passed this test, no doubt about it. Congratulations. But you're not done yet. Sprint over to the lobby, staffer on the double. You'll have to report your passing grade to formally finish the gym test. We did it. I like her hair. Yes, I passed. Bewitching Beautician? Man, this would have been good for Scyther if I knew this was a psychic thing. Maybe it is a fairy / psychic gym, though. I don't know. I suppose you're right. Okay, I'll get things moving on here and on my end. Let's keep the tagline simple, naturally beautiful. And adore the new eyeshadow color too, would you? Thanks, you're a doll. Gotta run now. Chat with you later. That thing moves? Hello there. I'm Tulip, the gym leader here. Though I must tell you that being a makeup artist is my main line of work, Dendra had nothing but praise for you. She said you totally slayed out there. I must say, you're a cute challenger. I'm sure my ESP exercise made you all more beautiful. Doesn't that make you happy? You keep your Pokemon beautiful and clean as well, as you have quite the aesthetic sense. Appearance is equally important for both people and Pokemon. Makeup is like magic. Anyone can use it to change their appearance. Allow me to put my skills to use and make your cute little Pokemon even more beautiful. Oh look, there's that thing. For Giraffe. You're quite a good base to test my makeup magic on. Shall we use... What shall I use it on? Yeah, for Giraffe. That's what it's called. For Giraffe. And it's still a... What's it called? Whatever the heck it's called. For Giraffe is for Giraffe backwards. How come I don't have Crunch? I still have freaking Bite. Maligdala. Espathra. Hey, that's the little... What's it called? Ostrich. It's small compared to mine. Or maybe that's just a camera angle. $48. Gardevoir. A fairy type. Ooh, dang. Florges. That's a grass type, isn't it? You're just as hard to get rid of as caked on mascara. I see. I need to go up. It's a grass fairy type. That thing's gonna turn into a pure psychic type. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's right. You're a normal type. I kind of forgot about that. I got you out of a thing. Come here, my little Florges. It's time for a makeover. You'll be something. Ah, jeez, just barely. I don't really have a, what's it called, normal type that I can overpower. Except for False Swipe, but that won't kill it. Maka's my, what's it called, my Pokemon hunter after all. That is until I get, what's it called, Gallade. Your strength has a magic to it that cannot be washed away. I lost the battle, and your beauty rivals even my own. I can't believe it. You are quite splendid. Yes, truly amazing. Holy crap, those are some thick eyelashes. Perhaps I should take you under my wing before you make your big break anywhere. But I suppose I need to work on myself a little more first because I ran off to do such a thing. Yeah, I've earned my gym badge. Allow me to strike one of my best poses to give it to you. Congratulations. Please don't put makeup on me. Okay. With all 8 gym badges, you'll be able to catch Pokemon of any level. You'll be good Pokemon and listen to your commands too. If you train hard, you'll be able to use this move in a totally perfect way. Shh, I need this. Don't go uploading that selfie we just took to social media, okay? Why not? I think my makeup has run a little with all the moving and sweating I did during our battle. I need to fix it before my next appointment. My schedule is absolutely packed, you know? Very well then. You did splendidly today. Yay! Get Skeledirge. That's right, that's the name of the crocodile, I forgot. You did it. Ah, I'm so happy for you. This is the best. I know I said I wasn't worried, but my heart was still pounding the whole time. Most impressive. A shining display of talent, I must admit. Seriously, pat yourself on the back. You beat every single gym. Which means, indeed, now that you've gathered the 8 gym badges, all that's left is to take on the gym league, or the Pokemon League. If you hope to stand alongside Nemona as a fellow champion, head to the Pokemon League. That's where you can take on the champion assessment. Ooh, where's that? Yeah, hurry up and get to my rank. I'm itching for a battle of equals. I gotta take the time while you're facing the Pokemon League and to fine-tune my Pokemon's moves and revamp all my tactics. Well, good luck. I wish you luck. It's unusual for me to see her so excited, but perhaps not for you. She must really be happy that she finally has a friend who can keep pace with her own talents. There's a special kind of strength that can only be reached by competing with a good rival. Count me among those eager to see how far you two can go. In any case, I'll be waiting for you at the Pokemon League northwest of Mesagoza. Yay! I am not one of those people though. I'm always the person who always like... I'm either way too over level for my friends because I really like fighting everything I see, or I'm always under level because I'm just enjoying I'm just enjoying like exploring everything. So I'm kind of like a... Not exactly a jack, more of a... It's random, depending on every game. I'm never in the right thing as my friends. The right pace, whatever. So, now that that's taken care of, where is the league? That is the question. That is actually a good question. Did they say where it was? Path of Legends, Starfall Street. Maybe we should try our chances at the fighting type gym again. Floatzel. Are there any chances yet? There's an outbreak over here. I kind of want to know what that's all about. To the north. Let's hope it's chances. I highly doubt it, but you never know. Wait, is it right here? Yeah. Fluffy. Wait, where is it? Is it in a cave? It says it's right here somewhere. Is there a cave entrance somewhere? Be here? Let's try it. Bug. Not quite. Screw it. I require chances. Are there any chances? There's a rufflet. I'm never gonna find a chancey. Unless, of course, we can eat a sandwich that can just kind of bring the chances. Bring out the chances. Just like roll in. I don't know what this place is, but we haven't registered it as a Pokemon Center or as a flight destination yet. All right. North. Huh? Oh, it's a deerling. All these Tauros are looking for a fight. Okay, so where are we going? Right there. I want to know what it is. It might be chances. You never know. Why the secrecy? It must be good if it's secret. Yep. You got this. I believe in you. Mushroom cool. Mushroom tentacle. Mushroom squid. It's a squid. But it looks like a mushroom. Oh wait, this is the Magnemite place. Alright, let's take our chances with Scyther over here. Maybe I can get some training done in this area. Some of the mons are actually pretty strong anyways, so maybe. Okay. Go get him. You are not who I thought you were. Oh dang, you're actually kind of low health for some reason. These things are steel types. Wait, but they're also bug types. But they're also dark types. Hey! This guy... Mr. Kamen Rider himself. $700. It's getting slower and slower. I wonder if you can like control the Pokemon. Yeah, it doesn't look like. Oh, that's right. I disconnected the other controller. Forgot about that. Hey. Bug versus bug. Which one is victorious? Well, one's smarter than the other, at least. We definitely make more EXP from what's it called? From winning actual battles, but this way is faster. Believe it or not. Whoops. Oh, come on. Poor guy had something in his eyes. Nah, idiot. He really does have something in his eyes. They're called feathers. How strong are Scyther's wings? Because, you know... Mantis. Praying Mantis have, like, their wings under Elytra. Wait, do they? Yeah, they do. And yeah, praying mantises do have wings. You just don't see them all that often. Praying mantis wings are so pretty. I know it's weird to say that because they're praying mantis and they're cool. And yeah, that's true. I freaking love praying mantises. But their wings are so freaking, like... They're so mesmerizing. They're better than grasshopper wings. I wonder, can I just like sit here and him let do all the work? Nope. It automatically puts him back in the ball. Yo-oh. You get this. That reminds me though. Oh, wait, yeah, here. Were you actually able to learn Crunch? And I just didn't know? I guess not. That's so weird. Can I teach you Crunch? You can learn Sing apparently. Actually, you know what? Will-O-Wisp might be good here because of what's his freaking face? The monkey. The monkey! You never know. I can always reteach a bite. No, Shadow Ball will actually give me stab damage now that I think about it. What is Ghost good against? That Dark isn't. Actually, I think Ghost and Dark have the same amount of super effectives. Maybe. And he does technically have more special attack, which is weird. With Torch Song upgrading Shadow Ball, forget about it. I guess now the Focus Band or the Muscle Band is just gonna increase Thunder Fang. Go ahead and have a picnic, why not? Before we end this, because it's almost 3.5 hours. Oh, that's right, I have to get off. It's almost been 3.5 hours. Time really to be flying. Just like my Pokemon. Bird. It's just there. Get some soap. This thing can't close its... No, it can. Well, that was cute. Pig. Pig. Mr. Annoying. How much soap can you put in one Pokemon before it gets mad? Well, right here, this is where the frames just drop like crazy. Oh, there they are. Were they fighting? No, he just fell asleep. Poor guy. I guess they were talking about D&D. No, I'm kidding. Monkey, wake up. You need your bath. I kind of wanted to make him just one giant ball of soap. I wonder what this thing looks like when it's shaved. That'd be kind of funny. That's funny to think about. Shaved primate. Alright, I think that'll about do it for today. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.